Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pots, Pans, and Priscilla. Today we are going to be making a 30 flavor roasted pork shoulder. So let's get cooking. The ingredients for this are light brown sugar, Dr. Pepper, which is why it's 30 flavors because there's 23 in Dr. Pepper, lime, onions, chipotle peppers and adobo sauce, salt and pepper, cilantro, of course your pork shoulder, and then we're going to put this in tortillas. The best part about this recipe is super easy and super tasty. So really all you have to do is have enough time to cook it because it's going to cook for 6 hours. But other than that, it's easy. So you can put this on in the morning before you leave, and when you come home, you're going to have an amazing dinner. We're going to go ahead and get our oven preheated. We're going to set it to 300. If you use your oven like we do to store things to hide it from the kids, make sure you check that. I personally love this recipe for like a Sunday dinner just because I know we're going to be home most of the day and I just have these amazing smells coming throughout the house. Then Abigail wants to sit at the table and wait for 6 hours, so there's that issue, but it is a good recipe. All right, let's get our onions cut. I do use my onion goggles. They're amazing. I've tried every trick in the book. These work. Okay, so we've cut our onions. You don't have to dice them or anything small. You want them to be bigger chunks. And then you're just going to lay them in the bottom of whatever roasting pan you decide to use. I love this one. It's a Pampered Chef and it's so nice. Just from taking the onion goggles off to mess with them in the pan, my eyes are watering. I'm telling you guys, I'm so sensitive. I'm like extra sensitive. Now I'm going to take my pork roast. This is about almost a 5-pound pork roast. I call it a pork roast. It's a pork shoulder roast. Okay? And I am going to rinse it and then dry it. I'm going to cut the strings off because we don't need those on here. Yay, our oven's preheated. We're going to take our salt and pepper. Just kind of go over the roast. No measurements. Just kind of eyeball it. You're going to put your roast in with the fat side up. Now I know you've seen other videos where people cut this layer of fat off. Don't do that. That's your flavor. Like, don't do that. You don't have to eat it later. And then again, you're just gonna salt and pepper this side. You can cut it off after it's cooked if you would like, but you don't have to eat that part. But you need it there when you're cooking. Okay? Then you're going to take your can of chipotle peppers. Now, this is going to be your preference. If you like things really spicy, you can put the whole thing in there. We like it a little spicy, but we don't want to make it too hot because we do have the kids eating it. So I'm not going to put the whole thing in there. You do want to make sure you get peppers in there, not just the sauce. Okay, so you've got your peppers on there. Now you're going to add your Dr. Pepper. You will add this whole bottle. We're in the South, peeps. Anything with soda on it, it's going to taste amazing. Now obviously you don't want to like dump all your adobo off, so don't put it all over the top of it. It's going to come in through the bottom. Oh my goodness, it smells good. Okay. You're going to finish it off with some brown sugar. Now your brown sugar is going to help with the heat. So you can just eyeball it, but I like to put it over top. It's going to create that nice brown crisp on the top of this pork shoulder. Then you're going to throw this in the oven. I'll do a little more. You're going to bake it, like I said, you're going to roast it for 6 hours on 300. You do want to turn the pork shoulder if you have a chance. Like, flip it over at least twice. So it's going to end up being on this side again with the fat side up. So there you go. That is your pork shoulder. It's going to go in the oven and be amazing. All right, guys, so we have our sous chef here, Miss Abigail. She's gonna help me by cutting the cilantro. Are you ready? Yeah? Okay. Get your scissors. Can you cut the cilantro? So I'm left-handed, but I think you're right-handed. But that's okay. We'll make this work. Just cut. Hold. Can you hold this cilantro? Hold this. Hold it. How about this? Thank you so much. You're a big helper. Here, you try. You try. I'll hold it. You get the scissors. Scissors. Now we're going to cut the lime. Okay. Hey, thank you so much for helping. She's a quick sous chef. So there's no wrong way to do this. And you don't need a ton. I don't want the stems though. I just want the nice cilantro. Where'd your apron go? She makes little guest appearances. So if you hear her in the background, that's Miss Abigail. Oh, this fresh cilantro smells so good. Okay. So I'm just gonna get a bowl and put this in the bowl. I will go ahead and cut my lime as well. I'm just gonna cut it like that. Take the sticker off. This is also gonna help cut down on the heat for your pork tacos. Okay? So there you've got that. We'll go ahead and put all of this in a bowl. That way we have our cutting board and we can pull our roast out and cut it up, shred it. Can you take this and put it in the bowl? Good job. Take those and put those in that bowl. Good job, Ab. Thank you. Hey, look, I'm gonna pull this out of the oven, okay? All right, guys, here we go. Yes, ma'am. You wanna eat? We have to finish cooking it first. You gotta finish cooking. All right, are you ready? We're gonna go ahead and check the temperature of our roast just to make sure, and we are good to go. You want it at about 145 is a good, that's how you know it's done. All right, now we've got to transfer this onto our cutting board so we can start pulling the pork. Woo! Look at that steam coming off of there. Now this is going to be so tender, you can just, so at this point you can go ahead and cut that layer of fat off. And just put it off to the side. I've got that layer of fat cut off, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in a bowl. They have fancy tools which I need to get, and I am going to order them. And I'm going to link those in the description below. You can get them right on Amazon. But for now, I'm just going to take 2 serving forks and shred this pork. So you can see how tender it is. It just pulls right apart. So my cameraman's over here tasting it, and he gives me the nod of approval, so I know it's good. He's always my taste tester. And Maverick is gonna love this on his food tonight. So this is one of those meals that's nice because you can make it on like a Sunday, and then you can eat it throughout the week, depending on how many people you have in your family. But it doesn't take a lot to fill up a couple tacos for people. Now, what I typically do is I go ahead and take some of the juice and just pour it over my pork. Not a ton, just a little. And then you can either do the limes now, or you can do the lime as a garnish and let your family or whoever's eating it do it themselves. So, or you could do both. You could do a little now, which is what I like to do. Just take a little lime, squeeze it over the top. and mix that up. The cilantro will go on the taco once you've finished making your taco. Now, depending on whether or not you have people who like the heat, if you need to kind of tame it down a little bit, add some sour cream to it. That'll help with the heat. Isaiah's not a big spicy fan, so he may add some sour cream to his. I just like the taste of sour cream, so I will add mine. Asa typically does not put sour cream on his. And then you can do some shredded cheese if you want. Like, there's so many options. You could fry your tortillas, put the taco stuff in the tortilla, fry it up in a frying pan with some butter. Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. But tonight we're just gonna do plain tortillas, put some lime on it, put some cilantro, and then like I said, I'm gonna add sour cream to mine. And that is your meal. All right guys, so here's our pulled pork ready to go in some tortillas. Thank you so much for watching. I know my family's hungry, so we're gonna get plated. So go ahead and like, share, and subscribe this video. And subscribe to my channel. Why not? What else do you have to do? If you don't cook, that's okay. Share it with someone else who can cook for you. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time. Bye.